Welcome to GoUSIEagles.com. This is Dan McDonald, and joining me today is the head cross-country coach at USI, Mike Hillyard. And Coach, thanks for joining me. You guys hosting the regional this weekend, for the second straight year. What can we expect from the field?
Well, first of all, on the women's side, we have 8 of the top 25 ranked teams in the country in Division II here, so it's almost like a miniature national meet in some respects when you have Grand Valley, who's number 1 in the country, Hillsdale number 3 in the country up front, and then Northern Michigan's 8th in the most recent poll, I believe, and we're 11th, and then you've got 4 other nationally ranked teams in there, 3 of those being from the GLVC, so very, very competitive field. On the men's side, Grand Valley's men are number 1 in the country in the national poll this week, much deserving, I believe. And then you have us in Parkside. We battled Parkside at conference a week and a half ago. It was a really close, tight battle. We expect the same again. And after those 3, there's really probably a list of 6 or 7 teams that have a legitimate shot to grab those last couple of qualifying spots. So it should be very, very competitive fields on both sides.
Now, you guys are coming off conference championship performances. How do you stack up as far as advancing into nationals and getting that berth and to go to Joplin in 2 weeks?
Well, from what we've seen so far this year, Grand Valley's men are certainly the class of the field. Although, a couple of years ago, it looked to be the same type of race, and we made it pretty close at regionals at Parkside. We know that we have the firepower to mix it up, and at least challenge for the win on the men's side. We've got the 3 All-Americans in that group, and Josh Guy, Tyler Schickel, and Johnny Guy. And Josh and Tyler had subpar days at our conference meeting were our number 4 and 5. If you plug them in a little bit further up in our lineup, you can consider the job that Chase Broughton did for us at conference, and Noah Lutz in particular. If you plug those guys in the lineup a little bit closer to where we would expect them to be, then it could be a pretty close race. More important than anything, we just want to advance cleanly, have a good, strong, competitive effort, but at the same time be prepared to, for the big show 2 weeks later. On the women's side, Grand Valley and Hillsdale are both potential national championship squads. I think we have a team that could be top 8 in the country. Northern Michigan is certainly that type of caliber of team. And then you look at other teams in the region. Early in the season, we lost to Bellarmine. We lost to Indianapolis. Although we beat those teams at conference, on any given day, anything can happen. So we're certainly not taking anything for granted. We know our women have a very good chance to qualify, but at the same time, we understand that there's a lot of teams that are running for their lives. So.
You mentioned Johnny Guy at the front for the men. Talk about his chances to win the individual title.
Well, again, those individual titles are certainly important. They're probably more important to Johnny than they are to me. He wants to win. However, that he understands that to put himself in the best position to win the big show 2 weeks later, he needs to play his cards right. We can't waste too much of a massive effort out here and shortchange his recovery heading into the national meet. So he certainly wants to win, but first, second, third, as long as we get a low stick up front is certainly good enough. So no doubt about it, if you've seen Johnny race at all over the last few years, you know that he's always going to take a shot at it. So I would expect that on Saturday.
USI hosts the Midwest Region Cross Country Championships Saturday at Angel Mounds. The women's race begins at 10:30. The men's race is at 11:45. For more information, go to GoUSIEagles.com.